Okay, everybody, I believe it is time. Welcome to another episode of VR Citizen. I'm Chachi Sanchez, and I'll be your guide to the verse. Excuse me. Today's episode, the last day
Hello there.
For the Expos, and it's not even really part of the official Invictus Week Expo. It is Drake Defensecon. So we're going to head over to the starport and check out what's to offer over there. As always, thank you so much for all your support. Everything is finally operating and working properly. So, yeah, it's nothing but up from here, folks. With that said, thank you guys for doing the voodoo that you do. I appreciate everybody watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. And, yeah, let's just get right to it. The reason we have Drake Defensecon is because Drake decided that they don't really care who they sell their ships to, including pirates, and a lot of people that the Navy actually ends up fighting. So, yeah. They're not allowed to be part of the official Invictus launch week, so they get Defensecon instead. And everybody is happy to have this as a result. So, we go directly to the... I'm just stretching for time here, folks. We go directly to the spaceport to go visit the Expo hall over there. And any time now. Buddy, you forgot your... Yeah, he's got it. He's got it under control. Alright, to the spaceport. Oh, the things you'll see in Star Citizen. Hold the tram! Yeah! Alright, brilliant. Here we are, Defensecon. So, these should lead to a special set of hangars. Yes. Okay, and then here is the kiosk where you can rent all the ships. Here's all the memorabilia. Nice, nice. And then, yeah, here's the Defensecon. One of our favorite halls. It looks really great this year. I like the big red paneling. Very, very cool. All the ships lining up in a row. Yes, yes. So, we have new listings this year. Actually, I love the layout of this. You got all of the cutlasses on the left. You got your hover vehicle in the middle. You got the Caterpillar in the back. There is the new cutter. The stupid, what you call it? What is that one? The Buccaneer. We have the Corsair and the Vulture. So yeah, the whole lineup's here, except for the Kraken, which I think there is a holodeck version of. Oh, I love this. Was it like this last year? With the green text boxes and stuff? Awesome. Anyways, this is the Corsair. Heed the call of the uncharted space and harness the spirit of exploration with the Drake Corsair. Utilizing a unique asymmetrical hull design, this versatile explorer can go wherever the winds and adventures may steer you. So, yeah. The Corsair, we've had some fun messing around with it. Looks like somebody opened up the side hatch there. As you can see, it's got a docking collar on the side. Basically, this is the Cutlass's bigger brother. And, you know, it's got all the Drake amenities and feels to it. So, it's got open components, power plant, cooler right there. You got your shield generator here by bearing. The trifold wings that are asymmetrical really make it something else to look at as far as the profile. But once you get used to it, Oh man, it's a fantastic looking ship. A lot of people don't like asymmetry in their vehicles, but this thing looks great. Doesn't fly too well yet. It was having problems moving around in atmosphere last I messed with it. So, with that said, we have the Vulture. Answer to no one. Cut out the middleman and throw caution to the wind. Rip wrecks like a pro and carve out your own place in the great big empty behind the stick of this rough, rugged salvage machine from Drake Interplanetary. So yeah, this is your solo salvage ship. Right now, the only gameplay loop they have is the paint scrapper. Basically playing what is it? Paint spray, pressure washer simulator. You suck all the juice off of the hulls. It gets put into these cubes. This thing is pretty awesome though because it can also 3D print, like a multi-tool and attachments. Looks like they added a couple other things here. But yeah, so this is a great little addition, is this machine, which they've also added two of them to the back of the Reclaimer. So yeah. Ah yes, the Cutlass Steel commercial. I think it's incredibly overpriced for IRL dollars, but if you could farm one out, then more power to you. Definitely gonna get your money's worth if you do it that way. The Buccaneer. Buccaneer has been designed from the ground up to fly and fight the way you live. No leather interiors or hyper pillows here. The Buck is a scrapper designed to maneuver and fight above its weight class. This rough and tumble frontier fighter can be maintained in the worst conditions in order to keep real working space crews alive. So yeah, this is basically engines. I wish that the wings didn't have the engines. I wish that the engines were close to the fuselage and actually attached to the frame. That way, if you shot off the wing, the engine didn't go with it, you know? Little pet peeves of mine make me just honestly not like the way this ship flies, handles, or feels. Nor do I like the people who pilot them, especially all the NPCs and AIs that make it very, very frustrating to hit them. Because yeah, it's big engines for a very small frame. If you're looking at the size comparison here, that's way more engine than hull. A lot of engine. Very fast acceleration. Not great turning, but it can get a lot of firepower. I think it's got a nose cannon. It's got the top turret, and it's got wing guns, so it can have like 5 or so forward-facing weaponry. And then you got the Drake Herald. This is Data Runner. You got your data, all your data, and then more data. And then inside there's like a data chair, and this is basically the Caterpillar's side cockpit thing, but just, you know, by itself as a solo kind of vessel. We will actually see that in the cutter, but flipped upside down. And let me show you what I mean by that, is that you see this thing here? Yeah, okay, now flip that upside down. Alright, now tell me that this over there ain't that. It just literally flipped. So that's how you make more assets, using the same stuff. You got the same thing over here too, is that in lore it's supposed to be that component of the Caterpillar, which itself can remove and attach to other Caterpillars like a semi-trailer truck. So yeah, it only follows. We have the Herald, which is the small armored ship designed to safely get information from point A to point B, featuring a powerful central engine for high-speed transit and generating the power needed for effective data encryption containment, advanced encryption software, and armored computer core. The Herald is unique among personal spacecraft in that it is designed to easily be cleaned when in danger of capture. And then you have your new lineup edition here with the Cutter, which is basically, you know, the Cutlass's little cousin. And yeah, again, like a true Drake fashion, all of the components are nice and lined up right here into the walls. You got extra kind of netting and whatnot. Your bed, sink, shower. Funny that they give this one, but not the cutlass. You got your storage, all the good stuff. And then, yeah, turning 180, rotating, and raising cockpit to the actual windows. It's a pretty neat little place. And if I remember, no, not here, but in the Corsair, there's an MFD that's on the floor, just attached by wires in true Jake style. So yeah, a tiny little ship to get you no more or less than you need. And then this is not a tiny ship. This is the big, gigantic cargo carrier. A fantastic addition to their lineup. It looks exactly as its namesake, the Caterpillar. And boy, can she fly. It's got a load of room. There's going to eventually be a cargo tractor beam. Yeah, this guy right here. And then there is a little window room over here that you control the tractor beam from, so you can load and unload cargo. And then also, eventually... Really? You don't have stairs on this side? Well, eventually, these doors will be lowerable, and they will become platforms that they can be raised and move cargo with. So, yeah. Caterpillar. Who doesn't love this? And it's even got more bespoke tractor beams on the front. So, yeah. Alright. So, yeah. Goddamn glares. First introduced in 2871, Drake Interplanetary's Caterpillar has long proven to be a reliable, cost-effective, multi-role vessel, capable of being outfitted for everything from mercantile operations to combat support. Long hailed as a hard-fought alternative to ubiquitous hull series, the Caterpillar is a freighter that doesn't skimp on weaponry or customization. So yeah, this is a pure cargo variant. You can get versions that have prison transport pods in the middle, science stuff, all sorts of... This could be highly customizable, and again, this main thing right here can pop off and attach to another Caterpillar. So it's going to be fully modular. I love all the food court space here. They just need like an actual stand with some vendors. Oh, and there's my baby. Ooh, the Kraken. Cannot wait. So yeah, I picked one of these up a while back. I think I paid a decent amount, but it has definitely grown almost to double the price that I paid for it. So I'm pretty happy about when and how I snagged it. This is one of the variants of the Cutlass. We're going to have 4 here we're going to go through real quick. But this is the blue. You got prison transport as the main job, and it can actually still fit, I believe, a rock ground vehicle. The mining vehicle can fit in the back here. So, not bad. Now, the red is your ambulance. Going to have medical bays and beds. And, yeah, I think the same is true. You can fit a rock in the back of this. But yeah, it's got medical bays and, 2 bunks here on that side for people who are helping with that, as well as standard 2 bunks. And I think this is a shower instead of a turret, because it's got a spotlight on the top. So, yeah. Then we got the steel dropship. I mean, if you need to transport as many people in as unsafe of conditions as possible, Drake's your man. There's no armor on that thing. It's made of tissue paper, so more power to you if you use that to traverse the verse. And then you got your standard Cutlass Black. So yeah, turret, pilot, co-pilot, you got your gun rack, you got your beds. So it's a solid ship. My daily flyer for sure. And then with that, there's only one thing left to do, which is go all the way back over here, and I believe we check out the hollow deck, and it should have a Kraken. What is this just actually a giant? It is. It's just a giant hangar bay. Okay, so this would normally fit like a capital ship or something. Probably like maybe a reclaimer? It's pretty wide though. This is a giant hangar. This would be something for like an Idris. Anyways, we got the display hall. And yep. So I always complain about this every year, but this is apparent with all the displays. Hello there. But it's even more apparent with the Kraken is that you can only see the bottom side of it. And I would love to have this a little bit lower in the display so that you can actually look down on the pads. But as you can see right here, that is the docking bay collar. They got one on each side. That's a hangar bay. That's a hangar bay. You got your 4 miniature pads. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And then you got your big giant super pad on the other side. And then more launch bays, I believe, on this side. And then this is all just storage. And then you got your just gigantic array of engines to move the whole thing. It is capable of atmospheric flight and landing. So, yeah, it's a big mamma jamma. The Kraken has been released, and that means one thing. There's no putting it back. This attack carrier has changed the way militias operate forever, and when it comes to personal defense, there's one thing you never want to be: falling behind. A protector and a beacon of freedom in an often cruel universe, Drake Interplanetary has made this capital-class ship available to all those tasked with safekeeping those unable to protect themselves. The Kraken is both a sanctuary and a self-contained war machine, ready to take on the most daunting of adversaries. So, yeah. That's it, folks. That wraps up Invictus Week. Last couple of days here. The next few days, well, by the time this replay actually gets up to YouTube. Oh, there's one missing out of a box. The entire thing will be over, but the next couple of days, you will be allowed to rent any and all ships from the previous week's Expo. And, yeah. Be able to use them and abuse them in the verse. Enjoy what is left. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, sticking with me, doing all the voodoo that you do. I guess till next time, as always, stay safe, fly right.